and a different layout for today's 5 o'clock. We are in the beautiful library garden here in Cape Town. I'm not riding solo. Can you saw our man is behind this camera? This is Facebook or YouTube? This is Facebook, and then this side we've
YouTube.
got Anna who's doing YouTube. Who's here. Some of y'all know her as Pinky. Then we've got Lebo, our weather lady. She'll be talking about the weather shortly. Candice is here with us. And last but not least, I'm not crazy to say least, my beloved Stali who's here with us. Yeah, that's it. I don't know, the segment's not on me today. They're running the VBO. I'm a guest. I'm a guest because I'm enjoying reminiscing the beautiful city of Cape Town. Guys, I must say, if you haven't been here, you need to come here. Wherever you are watching us from Africa, you gotta be here. And I feel like I'd forgotten how it's not just like the beauty of the city and so forth, but even the chill vibes of people, the welcoming vibe. That is spend time with you. Tell them a little bit about the
After so long waiting to see, just heard about it, met some people from Cape Town, but they never came, and finally we're here, and it's for that.
And I mean, it's been, well, I last set foot here 9 years ago, guys. It feels like, yeah, it feels like crazy. 9 years ago was when I just left Cape Town. And my whole life changed with that. I was a single man walking. I remember us once walking. We walked that way. Who was here? You were here, Pinky.
Yes.
When we had the hangout.
Hangout.
There, were you here, Sandy?
I was here.
Were you? We had a hangout there. I even have the pictures. I want to picture it now. No, I do have the pictures.
We didn't even walk to the area.
That's what
Yes.
we're going after.
Let's walk to this side. I think it's what I said.
This side.
Yeah, we enter here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, is it down here? We can walk. I think we can even walk down
It
here.
was like an open space sort of, and then there's like
Like
a
a day
house.
down there, so we can go down.
Look, I got admin. But for events, yeah, this one. It is.
Yes, but we can turn
Guys, this was 9 years ago. 9 years ago. 9 years ago. 9 years ago. And we're having our hangout here. I think you guys should come here sometimes, have your hangout. I don't know. That worked 9 years ago. Because like 9 years ago, PJ had a hangout here. And yeah, I know the other pictures. I had some amazing moments where I bumped into some of the guys who were here with me back then. I think he's one of them who was with me, the mentors. Ironically, most of them have 2 kids now. I don't know why. Most of them, just like PJ, I've got 2 kids now. Such an amazing experience to see people being strong, doing well. I wish to have seen others too, but the ones that I did see so far have been great. I think that's my introduction. I don't know what happens next, guys. Today the VBO is on the Cape Town. Did you, Mike?
So now we're taking it to the weather segment. Yeah, not the weather segment. But the new the weather segment.
You don't have a break. You don't have. Please tell her that no one's gonna the intro and the whole. You straight up. It's raw today. It's raw today. We're like, hey, Cape Town's beautiful. Let's go outside and have the Bible Plug outdoors today. So yeah, go straight to your mid level. You're the host today.
So as said, there's no breaks, there's nothing today, but we'll be starting first with the first myth. Just thank you. So these are quite interesting, I have to say. They're very interesting because someone was like,
It is.
but then
Let me
Sorry.
help you. Wait, this is on Facebook. Okay, hold on.
okay, just a moment.
Let's do this. Okay, I think the phone is upside down.
So the first one is you're too young to start investing or saving. So that's a popular myth among young people
Should be, but
nowadays.
it's gonna.
So how do you guys feel about that myth?
You're too young to do what?
You're too young to start
Sideway. It's sideway.
Too young to start investing or
Sideways,
saving. feel like the younger you start investing and saving, the more you're gonna invest and save. I mean, the more money you're gonna have at the end of the day.
But it goes with the transparency that you live once.
YOLO.
It's YOLO. Spend all that you have now at the moment. You have the rest of your life to live. So that's the perception that the myth carries as well from young people.
I've got so many arguments against that. But number one, yeah, you don't work for the rest of your life because you work until you retire. You should work till you retire. And if you want to live well with the whole YOLO concept, I think you need to plan today for what you want to achieve tomorrow. I hope that makes sense.
It says, yeah, saving is for adults with full-time jobs or people who earn a lot of money. Right now, you're too young or too broke to worry about money.
Okay.
So, it says the true financial wisdom starts with small steps. Even saving 20 Rand, 50 Rand a week teaches discipline and builds future habits. The earlier you start, the more freedom you'll have later. And learning to manage 100 Rand well sets the foundation for managing thousands. And there was even this trend, do you guys know this trend? It's not like 100 Rand can buy a car.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it stems as well with this, you know.
Let me do the maths here. So, how old are you when you would be young to start saving? 7, 8 years old.
That's
Mm.
It's too young.
maybe when we're like 10.
Yeah, 10. Okay, so you're 10 years old. 100 rands that you save for how long? Every month?
Maybe every 2 months. Because I don't think a 10-year-old can get that much.
So that's $50 a month, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so $50 times it by 12, that means 600 rands every year for a 10-year-old. So 600 rands until he's what, 18? Are we talking about a graduate or something?
I think 18.
18. Okay, so that's another what, 8 years, right? Times that by 8, that's 4,800. You can't buy a car. Yeah, no, it's not that much. But I mean, wait, you can't tell me that you're gonna save 50 rands
No, but you made
for
the
8 years.
but you made the calculation wrong. It's 600 a year.
A year. Yeah, 600 rands a year. And then 600 rands times it by for 8 years. You can't tell me you're going to be doing it when you reach 15, you're still saving the same amount of money that you were saving.
True.
So I feel like you'd reach at least 10K. You can't buy a car, but you can deposit it for something.
PJ and level. I was thinking, you need to. Oh, sorry.
Let me move my mic.
I was
Listen,
gonna
everyone.
say that you need to save when you want to save for something. Like you have a purpose of saving. Don't just save because I have to save, but
Yeah.
save if you are planning to buy a car, planning to travel, or something like that. Because you're saving with a purpose. That's what I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Because okay, I did the maths out of car, like buying a car, but really it makes perfect sense. I agree with you fully. She said it all that. The myth has been busted.
So the next one is cutting off people means working with. So that's a popular myth.
Cutting people off, that's a tricky one.
Which kind of people?
So it says to grow or protect your peace, you have to cut off everyone. No explanations, which this is the lie behind the myth. So no conversation, cutting off culture has become trendy, making isolation seem like self-care. And then the other one is healing doesn't always mean cutting. It means choosing wisely. Yes, some relationships are toxic and need to end, but not everyone who disagrees with you is a threat. Sometimes we run from correction, not toxicity. Growth often requires community, accountability, and honest conversations, not ghosting everyone. Not everyone is against you. Some people are just challenging your comfort zone. Healing is more than cutting off. It's learning who to grow with and who to grow away from.
I
So
agree.
that's a piece about the myth.
I agree. I don't think that one's a myth. I think that's more of a fact. Of course, I usually like to compare it with criticism and constructive criticism. Criticism, I want to make you feel criticized. I want you to feel bad about what I'm saying. I want you to feel bad about how you look. constructive criticism is how can I help you improve? Constructive. So basically, if it's non-constructive, it's destructive. That's how I think. And that's how I measure my friends. I measure my friends based on how much are they willing to tell me the truth. The people I work with the most, the team I have close to me, are usually the people who are capable of saying, PJ, maybe we could do it that way. You know, people who are willing to show to me which direction to take in certain decision making, whether it's, I don't know, a project we're working on, or perhaps an event we're working on. I don't like it when people are going to tell me just what I want to hear. My wife doesn't only tell me what I want to hear. Tanya doesn't only tell me what I want to hear. She doesn't tell me what I need to hear. Sometimes it is what I want to hear, but it's not always what I want to hear. So I feel like people should be careful with... First of all, y'all need to be careful that y'all don't bump into... Our camera people, shame, they're walking backwards here. They are being super awesome.
Find a way to sit down.
Yeah, I think we can sit. There's some benches here. So I feel like people need to be a little less sensitive when it comes to what somebody said to them. Of course, if that person's constantly toxic, yes, move away, cut them out. They don't deserve to even hear your explanation. But there are cases where somebody's just saying that to build you up. And I think, yeah, no, that myth is fact.
I think the part that is a myth is that you need to cut everyone to be isolated.
Oh, maybe I didn't hear that part.
And as we always say, no one is an island. We all need people by our side. And I know someone who just spoke that if you want someone to tell you things that will take you out of your comfort zone, I know someone like that. And it's really to make you grow, it's really to challenge you. Otherwise, you're going to be
Careful
stuck.
behind you guys.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck everywhere. And I owe what I am today because of people who knew when to speak, what to say, when to correct, when to correct me, when to just listen. You know, sometimes you don't want anyone. You come, you want to vent. And you don't want to take advice, you just want to vent, and that's all. And after you vent, you are fine. That shows that we are really live, not AI. What I was saying, yeah, if I'm staying here today, it's because of this.
I think to add, I would say it's a myth because sometimes we cut people off without addressing the problem. Because they say if we want to heal, the myth is healing. To heal is to cut people off. So sometimes it's like, oh, I bumped my knee on a chair, and I'm still bleeding. So I'm gonna destroy that chair, but I'm not gonna address the bleeding. And then you might even find that the person that you might think is causing the damage is not. Maybe you are looking at it from another particular angle. So first be able to introspect and be able to first see, okay, is it me or is it the person, and then make that particular decision. So healing first starts within before it then starts outside. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's truly worthy as well to take that moment to evaluate the problem and not just, cut to earth, but to deal with it as well. And then another myth, the last one, in fact, is you have to have a big circle to be respected.
You have to have a big circle
You
to
have
be
to have,
respected.
to have a big circle to be respected. So it says, yeah.
And by the way, just whilst Lebu's finding that one, where I said the myth is more of a fact, was partially what I understood. I didn't hear those points. To cut everyone off. But cut everyone off who is toxic, that I agree. Would I address them? Depends. I think it depends on the person. I can address the issue, maybe not necessarily to the person why I'm cutting them off. I feel like sometimes you don't owe someone an explanation. I think your actions should do more of the talking than your mouth.
Sorry, I just want to add something there. People who are watching in Joburg, this is not a zoo. I know there's zoo park in Joburg, right? This is Zoo Lake. It's a garden. I just want to state that as a kid from you.
That's a good point. Our phone froze. As we said, guys, we are live. Where we going? This way, that way. Guys, our camera people, I'm worried about them. They're walking backwards. We need to show them on the camera when we're about to end. They doesn't need to be in front of cameras. Our media fan, be careful there, please, Anna. Find your thing and take over it.
So it says the myth is fed by social media culture and the idea that popularity equals value. So the lie, if you don't have a crowd around or hundreds of friends, you're not successful or liked or important. The truth is that a tight circle is better than a fake crowd. Many people have large followings but feel deeply lonely. What matters most is authenticity. What matters, having people around you who truly know you, support your purpose and sharpen you. So a few raw ones are worth more than 1,000 vibes.
I agree on this one because, well, not the myth, but I mean the letter explanation. Because I feel like quality is something that is on a smaller scale. Quality is not something that is mass produced. Quality is something that you have little. So you want to have quality friendship, you're going to have less people. You'll not have quality friends out of people which you just randomly get. A lot of people will do a lot of things to have a huge number of followers, whether it's on, regardless of which social media platform, people will do whatever it takes to have a huge crowd of followers to show to others. People will go all out to do whatever it takes to be part of the crew, to be part of the gang, but they don't consider the values which they're using of themselves. It goes back to the previous one of the people whom you keep, the toxicity you're willing to cut. Perhaps you're only willing to have around you people who are willing to tell you what you want to hear, and you're not really paying attention to what that person actually brings to you, your principles, your values. So I would rather ride solo without toxicity than be surrounded by a crowd of toxicity and look popular. The first person you need to be popular with is yourself. Maybe you look popular with people, perhaps you're very popular with people around you, and sometimes you're only popular with them because you behave how they behave. Going back to true friends, the true friends accept you as you are. They know your flaws and they accept you that way. A fake friend, you have to make adjustments to suit the narrative that person actually wants. So that's a very good, I think that's actually something we should work on in the future. Another theme for the VYG or one of our events or movements in the VYG real soon. That sounds like a bummer. I like it.
And I think, just to add, it gets to a level where people buy followers now.
Yes.
It's getting to that level where people are purchasing followers.
Some of them are bots. Some of them are bots, like robots, AI, you know. They're not even real. But that just goes to show the desperation many people to look popular. And they are very unpopular with themselves. Very unpopular the moment they face the mirror, the moment they have to face themselves, they feel very unpopular. Guys, before we carry on, Please, can we show the scene from
That's where we're
here?
going. That's where we're going. Keep talking. Keep talking. That's
I'm
where we're
done talking. I just need them to admire the scene with me. Like, please admire the view. Like, this hood is beautiful. This, guys, you can't get tired of seeing Cape Town. You just don't. And look at the thingy going up there, the cable car. Thank
I
you.
think we're gonna add a segment of tourism.
We have the Know My City.
Know my city.
And I'm giving the challenge here. Here's our media guys. I'm already telling them. I feel like you guys need to do a proper, at least half hour, Know My City. Look, guys, I'm a Joe Burger. That's where I was bred, you know. So I am that burger from the Joes. But Cape Town is just, this place is stunning. I'm not talking about VYG. I'm not saying who's got more juice, more this, more that. I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about the beauty of stuff. Please show that. Look at that. Look at that. That gradient. You know, with the shade on one side and then the sun setting on the other side. Guys, that's beautiful. You can't buy that beauty. Like, the best artist in the world is the one who structured that, guys. The best artist. I'm pretty sure you guys know who's the best artist. Then you've got on your left there the Devil's Peak. Don't know why they call it that. They gave the explanation on the red bus yesterday, but I still didn't understand. I wasn't paying much attention in some parts. And then the Table Mountain, and on this side you've got the lion's head. I still don't get why. For me, it's like a gorilla's head. I don't know. I don't see the lion. I don't see lion's head there. Guys, can someone please explain it to me? So, like, this is the head, right? Like this, and it's facing that way, right?
Correct. But I think the head is facing on the right. Or is it on the left?
Next to Signal here is facing to Signal.
Is it facing Signal Hill?
Yeah. So it's, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm confused. For me,
Then
I
Signal
understand-
Hill is on the other side, on the right side. Signal Hill.
The
Yeah.
Signal Hills.
Yeah, it's covered this side. That's weird. I don't understand. I don't see the line there. I see like a gorilla. You know those silverback gorillas. Yeah. Anyways, Lebu, next segment.
So now we will be taking it to the weather segment, which will be the last segment of the day, of course. And surprisingly today in Cape Town we had sunshine. No rain, but pure sunshine. Where there was even a point where we had the privilege of sunbathing. That's how much sunshine we had today. So, but tomorrow we'll be back to 17 degrees Celsius in Cape Town, which is not too bad. Seeing that, okay, in the morning it was 6 degrees, which was super cold, but then it said the highest temperature in Cape Town would have been 17 degrees Celsius, of which it was. So it was a warm 17. And then Algulas, 17 degrees Celsius, George, 23. Tabeja is at 25 degrees Celsius. East London, 26. And then when you go to Port St. John's, it's 23. Durban, 22. Durban is quite lower than the average, because in Durban it would be 23, not 22, 24, 26 in those temperatures, but it's subsequently a bit lower. So you guys are to expect, chilled 22 degrees Celsius with a bit of sunblock. And then Pietermaritzburg, 21 degrees. Richards Bay, 22. Pongola, 22 degrees Celsius. Mbambane, surprisingly, guys, it's 16 degrees Celsius in Mbambane. It's usually
It's Swaziland, right?
Yeah. Swaziland? Okay. my
Baban is Swaziland.
You see me?
Yes.
I know Cape Town.
Guys, am I the
Don't
only
know
one who
Geo.
knows geography
I
here?
don't know.
I can tell with Camps Bay. I can tell with Seafood.
I'm pretty sure, but carry on, please, Lebu. Let me find out.
So Mbambane, it's 16 degrees Celsius, and Maputo, 23
That's
degrees.
Mozambique.
Maputo.
Maputo's Mozambique.
It's Mozambique.
Mbabane is the capital city of Swaziland.
Hear that, guys? So Maputo, 23 degrees Celsius. And Bombela, it's
Mpumalanga.
18 degrees Celsius,
No,
which is
straight.
quite cold. I can say
Mpumalanga.
cold in Bombela, because it would usually be the 28s, the 30s, the 26 in Bombela, but it's quite low tomorrow, so you guys are to wear your YPG jackets. But it also depends on the kind of 18 degrees Celsius it is that side. And then Polokwane, 9.
And they don't know what is already in their own country. Like, why would you want to go to anybody who carry your own? Not diminishing any of them, but if you've not even known the beauty of your own hood. Like, I feel like there's so much beauty here that is to be explored. So yeah, guys, pretty much that's it. Tomorrow's 1 p.m. we are going to be having what apparently I said. I don't remember saying it, but apparently I didn't say it. A Giga hangout.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the Joburg guys are gonna kill when I'm back. They're gonna be waiting for me like, you know when you're waiting for your mom to beat you up, she's waiting already with that stick. Yeah, so we're gonna be having a Giga hangout tomorrow at number 9 Bateman Street here in Cape Town, but also throughout South Africa, throughout Tanzania, we're going to be having the BYG hangout. Any final words, Gabby?
Cape Townians, enjoy the sunny days while you're here. We brought them. And who knows if they can do that.
I don't know if we're gonna leave the sun here for them. I don't know if we're gonna be leaving the sun here for them. Next week we're going to be having another special edition of the BYG, the mega, the 5 o'clock. Back into the studio, the dull studio. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna miss you guys here. But we are going to be having 5 people being interviewed. These are the 5 ladies who they won the competition in February in the Mega Help event with the trip to the Temple of Solomon. And I was privileged enough to be told that we will be going together with them. So we are going to be taking them to Brazil for this trip. It's so amazing because I feel like they're very deserving of it. And I don't know if they're more excited than us or we're more excited to take them. Yeah.
I'm very excited, especially to go with them. I think that's the, how do you say, the cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah, definitely.
And they will say probably next week we had many dates. Okay, we're going March, and they ran to the passports and to take yellow fever vaccination, and then okay, it's April. Okay, so now everything at least is set, and then everything goes quiet until finally the day came. Tickets are issued.
Yeah.
There is no turning back. On the 31st of July, we're setting foot in Brazil. And on the 1st, they're going to be in the temple. And on the 2nd, somewhere else. And on the 3rd, and on the 4th. And they're going to stay there 5 days. 5 days. Everything covered as announced. And I'm sure they're going to speak about their expectations, and maybe they even got discouraged sometimes, like, oh, is it really happening? But it is happening.
I'm just still looking on my phone and I screenshot somebody who said they will not see Brazil. I'm gonna make sure that I will put that as a stamp next to every picture of them, just to provoke, just for the fun of it. But yeah, that's it, fam. Thank you so much to the team here. Come join us this side. Join us this side. To the team here. Give me your phone. Let me show you behind the scenes here. Let me show you Kanyuso and Anna, who are out here. This is for Facebook, right? Yeah. And then let me show the YouTubians. The two of you again. We've got Kanyuso and Anna. Huge thank you for them, who have been taking great care of us here in the Cape. Pinky, young throwback. Pinky was here. I don't know where you were when I was here. You were what? You were freshly out of PTU.
I was a graduate.
You're
Like freshman.
freshman, exactly.
I was so new.
8 to 10.
Oh! She was in the nursery.
No,
The
not those
yeah.
kids that play in kindergarten.
The mother couldn't pay attention in church because of Lebu. So yeah, guys.
She was doing the work right away.
So yeah, guys, it's been an awesome trip. Awesome to be here with fam. Looking forward. I met my mothers today. I met my siblings. Got to see many of them. Tomorrow I'm going to see them again. So come and join us if you're in the Cape. I'd love to see you guys here in the mornings. Yeah, that's it. Our Bible Park ends here. Guys, I think I'm going to do this on Park Station. I'm going to go out with our And that'll be the last 5 o'clock we will have.
And don't forget to include Sierra 1. Sierra 1, join us.
So yeah, that's it, fam. Y'all know where we at. Y'all know exactly where we at.
Ain't no stopping us.
We out of here. I like it. Oh. I thought you guys said, PJ, we're gonna challenge you and stuff, and I'm
I
waiting
think
for
it was today was nostalgia. It was
Yeah, dude, on the nostalgic
the
day.
segment should be throwback. How should I sound?
Let me turn. Let me turn.
Oh, the sun would have still.
sunset,
Yeah, the sun.
I
The
told
sun
you
would
that.
have came down at like 8:30.